Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckatini, and what I got for tonight is I'm going to show you how those Arkansas Razorbacks beat those High Point Purple Panthers. Now, it was a tough game, a heck of a game, and this is a video I've been wanting to put out for a couple days, but you'll have to forgive me, man. I got hit by the flu, and I've spent the last 2 or 3 days, boy, just trying to battle through that. And I finally feel better today a little bit where I can make a video and hold my head up. But anyway, so I'm going to try not to cough your ear off tonight. If I do, I apologize. I'm going to try not to. But two of the guys that really played well was Darius Acuff Jr., of course, on the left here with his offensive abilities, and then Malik Ewing with his blocking shots, scoring, rebounding, all the things he does, both just did really well. Now, how I'm going to set this up is I'm going to show you my first slide, and then I'm going to show you the slide that shows how it was proven correctly. Some of them I just type on the same slide. You'll see as I go here. But rebounding is very big in Arkansas's game, because they want to get defensive stops, rebound, and push the ball up the floor and get a lot of easy baskets. Now, if you looked here, Arkansas averaged 36 rebounds a game, but High Point averaged 34. So that gave Arkansas an edge of about, 2 to 3 rebounds a game. You say, well, that's not much, but like I say down here at the bottom, I should have made that red. I didn't do it. In a tight game, each rebound counts. That leads to more points, It does. And you look here, Arkansas got 37 rebounds. High Point got 36. So they were both a little bit above their average. High Point rebounded better than we did, increased more. But anyway, we did get that one extra rebound. And when the game's decided by 6 points, every play counts. Everyone does, So big there. We won the rebounding edge. Like I said, we needed to get our offense going. Next up is this KenPom efficiency. I really like this stuff. It's kind of hard to understand, but what I look at is the rankings. Like Arkansas's offense is ranked 5th in efficiency. That means they can score in a running game and half-court game either way. Defense was a 48, which is, not the best in the world, but that's a plus 26, So you're 127 minus 101, you get a 26 there. High Point was their 66th best offense, 161st best defense. That's an 8.4. So you see Arkansas, it should be the better team, and it proved to be true, And the thing that I put edge is Arkansas big, because when I look at our offense going against the 161st defense, we should be able to score our points, our average, and more. And then our defense is better than their offense. So, I'll talk about here in a minute, that little guard they had, he gave us more trouble than I thought he was going to. And I'll talk about why that is here in a minute. But anyway, I felt Arkansas had an advantage here, offense and defense. I thought both of those two were better than High Point. When you looked at it here, down here at the red, is what I added. I said that KenPom stats held true. Arkansas's defense limited High Point's offense, and we did. I'll show it on the next slide. I think we limited them to maybe 4 or 5 less points than they're used to getting. And then our offense scored about 4 or 5 points over our average. I think we averaged about 90 a game. We scored 94. High Point averaged right at 90 as well, and they scored 88, right? I think it was 88, 94, 88. So, they held true. Our offense, a little bit better than theirs. Defense was a little bit better than theirs as well. So that proved to be true as well. And then the size takeaways. The thing I was trying to get to here is that, Martin, their little guard Martin, he's played so well against Wisconsin, but he's only 5'10", and so I was making a point, this is why Coach Calipari will recruit guards. He wants them 6'3" or taller. He don't like guards shorter than that. And this is why. Because that height matters, good height. So look who he had. He has Acuff at 6'3", Thomas at 6'5", Wagner at 6'4", and then Richmond even too. You put Richmond on Martin, they're all a lot bigger than him. They're all about 5+ inches taller than him. And I was thinking it would give him a lot more fits than what it did. But what it did show is that he has elite speed And I put down here that Martin showed elite quickness, but his three-point shooting did falter. And I'll show you that here in a little bit. And I think that's where Arkansas' size really got to him there with his three-point shooting. Now, because he proved he can get to the basket, man. He's quick. We didn't have anybody that really could match up with his quickness. But once he got in the lane and we could contest his shots, but we didn't block many of his shots. I don't remember many that we did. But anyway, we held a size advantage in almost every category. Then you look down here at our bigs. Brazil at 6'10". He was playing that Cameron Fletcher at 6'7". I don't remember if they played each other or not, man to man. I don't know. Can't remember. But, Fletcher's a good player, too. He's a guy that was recruited to Kentucky, I think. I think he played there a little bit. And actually, Coach Calipari recruited him there. So, heck of a player, and really good. He had a really good game versus us. And you got Ewan, 6'10", versus Quino, 6'8". And you say, hey, that's not a big advantage, but it is, man. When you got somebody like Ewan and Brazil in there, especially Ewan, those shot blockers, man, and you remember that first play early when Brazil goes out and blocks that three-point shot. I mean, that was psychological if nothing else, because now they know they can get their shot block shooting a three, and it's embarrassing, to get it sent out of bounds like that. And it's kind of psychological, it reminds me of back when Patrick Ewing with Georgetown played Michael Jordan's, North Carolina Tar Heels in the championship game. I don't know what year that was, but anyway, and I remember Georgetown's coach, big guy, played for the Celtics. My goodness, can't remember. I'm forgetting his name. George, I can see his face. Can't call his name, though. But anyway, he told Patrick to block anything that come close. Goaltend, whatever. And Ewing, I think, goaltended like 4 or 5 shots right at the start of the game. It gave him like 10 points or something. It was crazy. And ended up, Georgetown got beat. But, they only got beat by 1. And, maybe the reason they was able to hang close with them was because of that. Psychological. I don't know. But anyway, kind of reminded me of that a little bit because it is psychological. And, I think I'll put it right down here in the second bullet. Arkansas size really bothered high-point shooting, and I'll show you that on the next slide, I think. We blocked 6 shots overall as a team, so that's 12 points, okay? We only won by 6. We blocked 6, and that gave us 12. So that was a game changer. So size does matter. Athletic size does matter in basketball. That's why Coach Cal wants these guards bigger than 6'3". Then he wants his postmen to be able to move and run and do stuff. And so, yeah, really good there. And Ewan blocked 4 of those shots, So, I know if I'm a basketball player and I see big Malik Ewan down there, 6'10", long arms, I think I might rather shoot outside, too, than go in and face him where he's going to embarrass me, So, Arkansas size did have a lot to do with their win for sure. And I made a size-by-size matchups. I was just trying to show the same thing, how we're bigger than them at every position. So not really much to look at there now. Here's a comparison of all the offensive stats. This is what I was trying to show you, that Arkansas size did matter here as well. First of all, you look at the points per game. Both teams averaged right at 90 points. But Arkansas scored 94. And High Point scored 88. So that shows that those KenPom stats really proved true that we had the better offense than their defense, and our defense was better than their offense. So it proves true there. Our offense scores over its average. We held High Point to less than its average. So it did hold true there. Field goal percentage, we both averaged. Arkansas averaged 50%, High Point 51%. Now this is where you start to see Arkansas size starting to affect their shooting. Arkansas shot 52% from the field. High Point only shot 45%. So that's a big drop there. 6 percentage points and 45% from the field is not real good. I always say you like to be 46, 48 or above. 50 is really where you want it to be. But anyway, so Arkansas really affected their offense, and Arkansas did a good job with their size and their defense, making them miss shots. And then the three-pointers, this is where they really fell off. And we really played well. Arkansas, we averaged 38.9 three-point shooting percentage, but we shot 56.3 in the game versus High Point. But the big deal here is I always said we only want really Acuff and Thomas shooting threes, and maybe Brazil too. I think Brazil made 2 of 4 maybe. But then Acuff and Thomas were shooting threes, but then Billy only shot 1 and he made it. Wagner didn't shoot any. So you only had really your big three, Brazil, Acuff, and Thomas shooting the threes. And when you do that, and they only shot like 16 threes maybe, 19, they average around 20 a game. So it was really good. They stayed under their average, and then they made 56% of them. Really, really good. High Point, on the other hand, they averaged 38%, you could say, from the three-point line, from three-point land. But in the game, they only made 26%. Only 26. That's a big drop. And they shot 38 threes. They averaged about 21 threes a game throughout their season. So you see there that really Arkansas's defense really affected them, because you can't say they just had a bad shooting night. Now, if you look at the field goal percentage and the three-point, you might, but look at the free throw percentage. Arkansas shoots 75% for free throw. High Point shoots 91. So right there, you can't really say they had a bad shooting night, because if you had a bad shooting night, your free throws would struggle too, right? But they shot over their free throw percentage for the season. So you can't really say it's a bad shooting night. You got to say Arkansas's defense really affected them. Their size, speed, their quickness really affected them and kept them from getting, in the lane. Had to shoot a lot of threes. They shot 38 of them. They almost doubled the amount of three-point shots that they normally take, which was very good in Arkansas's favor. So good job, Arkansas's defense there. Down here at the bottom, I said Arkansas had the edge on this with their offensive efficiency and their defense, and that proved to be true. Arkansas's size and athletic ability bothered High Point. If it was a bad shooting night, their free throw percentage would have been low as well, and it wasn't. So anyway, like I said, the offensive efficiency and defense what gives Arkansas the edge here. Now, and then the closer, the closer. If you think back to that game, 3 minutes are left in the game. The game is tied at 83, and at this point, I can't even sit down when I'm watching the game. I'm standing up. I'm talking to them. I'm telling Coach Cal what he needs to do. I'm telling the players what they need to be doing, who to watch. Stick on the shooters. Don't give up a big three. Got to get Acuff to the basket, kick to Thomas. Don't shoot any threes. Any other guys. I'm teaching them. I'm telling them what to do. But when the game's tied 83 all, Arkansas goes on an 11-5 run to finish the game that last 3 minutes. 11-5. And guess what? Darius Acuff Jr. scored 9 of his 36 in that final 3 minutes. So Arkansas goes 11-5 run. Well, Acuff goes on a 9-point run to knock out those High Point Panthers. And so a really great, Acuff is the closer, man. He's kind of like, football, you like to lean on that good running game you have. Acuff's like that running back. You give it to him and get a first down or two, finish the game out. He's the closer. He's like that pitcher comes in, that relief pitcher come in and close them down. Give him the ball 9th inning. He gets those 3 outs and you win. And, you always feel good with Acuff. She likes to be close to where he can take it over there in that last 3 minutes. And Arkansas get the big win, and he did. Played well. And I'll say the other person that scored the other 2 points was Malik Ewan. Ewan made 2 free throws, and I remember the play. I remember they was trying to press us there, and it seemed like we had turned it over maybe right before that. And they scored, or we didn't get it in maybe. I can't remember what happened there, but I was freaking out. I couldn't even sit down. I was up, hollering at the TV and everything else. But I remember we threw it into Ewan when they was pressing us, and I'm like, why in the world y'all going to throw it to him? He's the worst one we want. We got to get it in Thomas or Acuff's hands, not Ewan. He's barely 70% free throw shooter. But guess what? Ewan goes up and made both of them. And, oh, my goodness. When he did that, I knew he was in pretty good shape. Because we just had to keep it above 3. Because they could shoot the 3 so well. They struggled this night, though. And I think a lot of it had to do with Arkansas's defense and their size that was affecting them. But anyway, Acuff definitely was the closer. He came in and closed the game out. And Arkansas got the big win, man. I'm going to tell you, High Point is not they're not just a normal mid-major school. I've read with their salary, their team salaries could be up to $2 million. If you looked at their gym where they play, it's like a palace, man. I mean, this is not just a normal rinky-dink school, and they flew a lot of those people out there to watch them play. I mean, it was like a home game for them, which hey man, kudos to them. That they could be a team that could be good. If they keep adding money there to their roster. And I like their coach. Their coach is pretty good. I mean, man, they look pretty good. High Point does, and they're out there in North Carolina, where that's basketball country. So, but anyway, hats off to them. They played really well, but Arkansas did too. Arkansas outplayed them that night, and they needed to do it, or they would have gotten beat. Because High Point's really good. They're a good team. But anyway, guys, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to kind of show you. And I don't know where my tool thing has gone to. I can't pause it. But I just wanted to show you. What is it right here? Well, there I am. And this has changed now. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what my old PowerPoint and then how that came true. And that just show you how Arkansas did win this game. And I was going to show you down here too. The turnovers. Arkansas had 15 turnovers to High Point's only 7. And really, I thought when they played Wisconsin, that was one thing. Wisconsin had 10 turnovers, I think, and High Point only had 6. And High Point beat them. But the thing is that they did not shoot the ball as well. They shot the ball a lot better against Wisconsin than they did us against Arkansas. You see everything else, points in the paint, 46-44. Second chance, 9-10. Fast breaks, 12-12. Bench points, 38-2. I mean, that was worrying me too. I knew Ewan was worn out, but boy, he kept playing well and did a really good job, man. I was super proud, super excited for these Razorbacks, man. You have to, like I said, I've been just basking in it, been excited and been happy, and not worrying about those Arizona Wildcats. I'm going to start checking them out tomorrow, and we'll try to make a video tomorrow on them, on how Arkansas is going to beat them. And how we're going to beat them Wildcats next. And but anyway, just been really soaking this one in. It's not all the time you get to go make these Sweet 16s like we're doing. We're lucky to have Coach Cal. We was lucky to have Coach Musselman too. But Coach Cal, man, he knows it. He has it. Whatever that is, man, the guy, he understands how things work. He understands it, From going down and practicing at Hot Springs, playing in Little Rock, to, just everything. He just understands it. He knows what he's doing. And, hey, he's a heck of a coach, man. I remember when I heard they were going to hire him, I was like, Coach Cal, I don't know. Maybe he don't want to coach much anymore. Because at some point you get in your career where you just don't want to put as much work in as you used to. But, boy, Coach Cal's showing that's not true with him. He's still going out. I mean, he's got 3 or 4 Gatorade Players of the Year coming in next year. I mean, he's already got next year loaded up. But anyway, man, he's done a great job. And Arkansas is really rolling right now. Got a big matchup versus those Arizona Wildcats. But we're going to worry about that one tomorrow. We're excited about this big win. And, boy, just excited and happy. But anyway, that's all I got. I just want to thank you so much for spending time with me. Thanks for watching. And I would ask that if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. That helps me out. And then click that subscribe to my channel if you would. And leave me a comment on this video. What do you think? What do you think about the game? You agree or disagree with me? I love to have comments about it. And then click that notification bell where it gives you notifications whenever I make my next video. It'll tell you, and it should be tomorrow. I should be trying to break down how Arkansas is going to beat Arizona, and hopefully you'll watch it and check it out, and that way you'll kind of know what you're looking for before the game starts on Thursday, I believe, right? Play Thursday at 8:45, late one again. So, but anyway, it's going to be out there in California, right close to Arizona. So it's going to be like a home game for Arizona. So we're going to have to play well. And I know we can do it. I know we will. But anyway, that's all I got, guys. I just thank you so much for spending time with me. Thanks for watching. And I hope you have a great evening or a great day whenever you watch this. And as always, go Hogs.